Okay, once again we are trying to calibrate and start the Hubsan quadcopter. We have watched the video given to us or requested for us to watch on the YouTube with the email. We have reread the owner's manual. We have our good Fluke multimeter here. We're going to check. We are going to verify the charges on our battery that we have recently recharged. And let's, you know what, put the meter down in front of there.
Where you want it at?
No, in front of the camera.
Right down here. Okay.
You know that.
You see it?
You know
there?
they can. You know, I'm sure that they can figure out that when it reads that I have the probes on the battery. No, I can't see it. There we go. Down, down, down. To the left. Or here. There you go. And we are. And this is small. And we are at 8.36 volts on this battery. And the other one is going to be at 8.38. Both batteries fully charged.
And that's this battery?
And this one. One for the copter, one for the remote. Alright. The SD card we have currently in the copter because we have been down this road several times and we keep trying it. So we are now going to install the batteries into the helicopter. Doopy doop doop doo. Wouldn't it be nice if this thing actually worked this time?
Yeah, it would.
I don't expect it. Ooh, pretty. And that's bright.
I'm getting a beep.
And there we go.
Okay.
Put that on the floor.
Installing the batteries in.
You know.
The remote.
We get far enough, we'll step out here on the back porch where we can get some good satellites. We got plenty of windows. So we should be able to get plenty of satellites right here in the living room. But if we don't, we'll simply step out the door.
The battery is installed on the remote.
All right, battery's installed on the remote. All right. Well, let's start. And they wanted videos of this thing. Turn that on. Let's see if we can get some. No. I said, man, is that bright? Let's see if we can get up. Wish there was a way to turn that down.
Brightness?
Yeah, the brightness on it, so we can. No. So they can actually see what it says. It says, calibrate compass 1. Okay. Let's calibrate the compass 1. And calibrating compass 1. I believe we pick that thing up and rotate it around until they turn green. There we got green. We go nose down and we rotate it again
Until that goes out.
Until that goes out. Okay.
Okay, and I got.
That went out, and we got what kind of lights?
These are yellow in the back and
kind of a purplish.
Yeah, sort of a purplish in the front.
Okay. Set it down. Pull the joysticks to the outer lower corners to start the motors.
No start.
And the motors don't start. Let go. Just bump them in there quick. And the motors again do not start. The thing will not start as expected, as the thing is repeatedly done. And this is as far as we get.
No motors, no
start.
start.
No motors. Man, and trying to get a view of this thing where you can read it. If I get nice and close, maybe. It's hard to read. If I go to the left, it says by the battery it says X4, 8.2 volts, R-3, P0. The yellow lettering there is H351. The SD card's installed. The remote battery says full. Yellow says 0.0%. The red one says 0.0 meters. And the green one says 0 meters as well. The purple line that reads on the bottom reads X-ray 4 GPS 5.
5 satellites.
5 satellites, 4 satellites. N4 1 23141.36 west. No, those are the coordinates of where it's at.
Then this is a 6 satellites for the controller.
You know, and I'd worry about getting the got 6 satellites on the controller, 4 satellites on the quadcopter. I'd worry about getting more satellites, but I really don't expect it to
Just come up to 5.
Just came up to 5. I really don't expect it to do much. If I can't get, because I don't think I need the satellites to get the motor started, but for the sake of arguing, we're going to walk the thing over here closer to the window, or maybe even take it outside for the video until we get such a thing. But the motors will not start, and this is why I want to return this and get my money back, because as the directions I follow, I get to this point. As your video I follow, I get to this point, and the thing does not work. Alright, let me move it over here by the window. And what do you have for satellites now, sir?
We just dropped off. They
Dropped to 4 on this.
dropped to 0 and 6.
0 and 6.
Yeah.
My hand's probably in the way of the antenna, although I would have expected my hand to have been transparent.
There's 5.
And now I got
Oop,
got 505.
It's,
You know what? Out the door. Out the door with it. Because we live in rural America.
right here. You got 5 right here.
You know, but either,
They're doing it with no satellites.
you know, on the video they're doing it with no satellites. The directions don't even mention satellites as of yet. You don't have to put shoes on. There's no sense both of us going out here in this mess. And how many satellites do we have now, sir?
We have 5 satellites. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to get more satellites.
Okay, well, set the thing out here on the deck, out in the middle of nowhere.
6 satellites.
Got 6 satellites. Try to start it with 6 satellites.
6 and 6.
Start it. Start the motors. Not starting the motors. And as you can see, I live.
Got 8 satellites.
Got 8 satellites. I live in rural America. There is nothing around here to cause any kind of interference. Our range between the helicopter and the controller is approximately 8 feet. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with this thing.
Got 9 satellites.
9 satellites on it. And it will not start. Once again, try to start this thing. Give it a quick, do it fast. Hit it with a double. And it still won't start. Will not run. I got good video of the, I got a good frame on the motors. I don't know what else to tell them.
10 satellites now.
10 satellites. Holy shit. Alright, we are going to upload this to YouTube. And then send the link to the manufacturers. And we'll see what happens then. But, you know, if they don't, I don't know what to tell you, Wayne, if they don't, so we shut this thing off? Or just pull the battery?
Yeah, I got to take it off to shut that off. This you can just go, oop.
Okay.
But this you better
I've been to the. I've read it. You've read it. Jamie's read it. Chris has read it. You know.
That's where you turn this off. There's no switch on and
Okay.
off.
You know, we've
10 satellites.
you know, we've been through it. I don't know how many times, dude.
Yeah, see, it's not
It's like-
starting. It's not starting the motors. That's what it's never done.
It's never done. You
It's
know?
never started the motors.
And your switches are all down. You know, I don't know. I know this. If we don't get resolution, I'm going to eBay and telling them, you know, these people just keep asking me to do different things, and they won't.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what else to do. But okay.
Right there's 10 satellites, and it was the one doing.
Yep.
And that guy had 0 satellites. He wasn't even on the satellite yet.
No, that's true. On the video. But okay.
He went and
Oh
started
shit!
the motors.
Let me stop this.